definition of an underdog: a competitor thought to have little chance of winning a fight or contest. UCF throughout the rise has been the ultimate underdog. Nobody expected UCF to rise to near the top of the college football world. Nobody expected UCF to beat Auburn in the 2018 Peach Bowl. Nobody expected UCF to be the self-proclaimed national champions. To understand how UCF got to this point, we have to go back 4 years ago, back in 2015 on December 1st, when UCF will hire at the time Oregon offensive coordinator Scott Frost, who will replace longtime head coach George O'Leary, who coached the team for nearly over a decade, who will resign after 8 games after starting out the season 0-8. Scott Frost is looking to restore UCF back to their glory days, back when in 2014, led by future Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback Blake Bortles, who took UCF to the 2014 Fiesta Bowl for 9-4 record, going in against Baylor. Going into that game, UCF was a 16.5-point underdog by Vegas. Despite this, UCF would go on to pull out one of the biggest upsets in college football history, defeating Baylor 52-42, and this would be one of the biggest underdog victories in BCS history. But for Scott Frost, that task would be easier said than done, as he was taking over a team that went winless, going 0-12 in 2015. In 2016, Scott Frost's first season as UCF's head coach, with Milton as a starting quarterback for most of the season, they would quickly turn around the UCF football program from going 0-12 the previous season to a 6-6 record and a bowl game appearance where they would lose to Arkansas State 31-13 in the Auto Cure Bowl, capping off the 2016 season with a 6-7 record. But the 2016 season would just be a stepping stone for what was to come for UCF football. In 2017 on National Signing Day, UCF was signed the 54th overall class in the nation, which was the best class of any Group of 5 school at that time. In preseason, before the start of the 2017 season, UCF was ranked as the 64th best team in the nation and was expected to finish the season off with a 7-4 record, but UCF would go on to crush these expectations. UCF would destroy FIU in their season opener, 61-17. Then it would go on to steamroll through their schedule, including a win versus their rival USF, who was ranked number 22 in the country, in a close game, 49-42. UCF would then go on to defeat number 16 ranked Memphis in the American Athletic Conference Championship game, 62-55. After going 12-0 and the only remaining undefeated team in college football, the UCF staff and fans felt they should be in the college football playoffs, but unfortunately the college football playoff committee felt differently, saying that their schedule wasn't that strong, and they would end up playing the 7th-ranked Auburn, who was also coming off a great season in the Peach Bowl. Going into that game, nobody gave UCF a chance, and most people felt that Auburn would win that game easily and crush UCF. UCF will enter the game as a 9.5-point underdog, but UCF will go on to pull off the historic upset, defeating Auburn 34-27. After finishing the 2017 season at 13-0 and the only remaining undefeated team in college football, UCF would self-proclaim themselves the national champions, which will cause much hate and discussion amongst college football fans. Meanwhile, there was a lot of rumors surrounding head coach Scott Frost, who was a hot coaching name in the coaching carousel, and that he would take the head coaching job at struggling Nebraska. Later on, Scott Frost will indeed leave UCF for the Nebraska job, and UCF will hire Missouri offensive coordinator Josh Heupel to be their new head coach, with expectations of continuing the success at UCF. Going into the 2018 season with Heisman contender Milton, many people felt that UCF's 2017 season was a fluke and they would fall off. They would start the season ranked 21st in the college football preseason polls. UCF would go on to start the season at 8-0 with a blowout victory versus Pitt during that stretch in Week 4, beating them 45-14. There was controversy surrounding UCF and the College Football Playoff Committee, as many people, UCF fans, felt that UCF was being overlooked just because they weren't a Power 5 school playing in a Power 5 conference, and they would end up being ranked number 11th in the first releasing of the College Football Playoff rankings. UCF, though, despite this controversy, would continue winning, finishing the regular season off once again at 12-0, but they would lose their starting quarterback Milton to a season-ending knee injury versus USF. Despite the injury to their star quarterback, UCF would become back-to-back American Athletic Conference champions, defeating Memphis once again 56-41, despite being down big early. Even though UCF will finish the season undefeated and on a 25-game win streak, they still will not receive an invite to the college football playoffs, and once again will play another SEC foe, this time playing number 11th LSU in the Fiesta Bowl, and UCF will once again be an underdog, going into the game as a 7-point underdog. Despite an encouraging performance, UCF will lose the game to LSU 40-32, and this will end UCF's 25-game win streak. Despite that loss, UCF has become a fan favorite amongst college football fans, embracing being the underdog, and UCF is definitely a team that is on the rise. The question to be asked is, will they eventually make the college football playoffs? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below, and also make sure to like the video and subscribe for more NFL videos, college football videos, and Alliance of American Football videos. It's JT Sports,